Hello Energy Alliance Group, this is Gary Kilpatrick, and I would like to introduce you to a WebinarJam platform that we're going to be using extensively in the near future. This webinar that I'm presenting at this moment is one portion of the process. The emails and the invitations that led you to this point are also part of the process, and you'll also see some follow-up emails that are all part of this platform that is very interesting, and I look forward to it doing some great things for the Energy Alliance Group of Michigan. The WebinarJam philosophy, the company that oversees the WebinarJam platform, is this: that if the cameras are rolling, the company is growing. And by cameras, I don't mean literal cameras. It can be a camera like I'm using right now. It's a computer that's just recording a PowerPoint presentation. No camera is actually needed. And the thought process is to take this process of capturing presentations, webinars, presentations, and systematize it so that it makes money for us in the background. Here's a perfect example of why it's necessary. Last week we had the PACE contractor training beta test in Ypsilanti. We had a very select group of people show up just to give us feedback on our PACE presentation and what they thought the value of it was for presenting to other groups. Immediately after the presentation, one of the participants sent the following message to Kurt Monhart. Basically, I'm already working on bundling a project that could be very large in the long run, several opportunities that exist. In order to do the beta test, a lot of work was put into the whole platform or the whole presentation. A venue had to be secured, PowerPoints were worked on and reworked on and gone over by Scott specifically, but also fine-tuning by various people. Invitations had to be set out, the venue, everyone drove to the event. Imagine if you could take all that and duplicate it in a way that it works in the background and leverages everything that EAG already has. Well, that's what we're trying to do with the WebinarJam platform. It leverages all the information that we have, videos, reports, such as the 10-question report that right now is just sitting on our website, but it could be included in the WebinarJam platform. As you will see, I'll send it out in a follow-up email to you. Presentations, blogs, research. We have incredible research on how PACE can improve the value of commercial real estate. If we take that information and send it out to the appropriate people, more opportunities will result. And here's the plan that we have come up with using the WebinarJam platform. We want to set up the perfect training course. The beta test last week was the first major step in that direction. We perfect the message, the timing, the examples, the length of the course, the content. And once it's set up and perfected, we record it, either doing a voiceover, a PowerPoint, or an actual video reproduction of it. Then we set it up in an automated format and then keep leading traffic to that reproduced training event, so that we systematized our opportunities and they're being created for us in the background. So that result that we got from the PACE beta test last week happens 24/7, and this platform will allow us to do just that. It is rather magical and rather complex, but I'm hoping to make the complex simple with this brief presentation. Here's the benefits of the WebinarJam platform. First of all, we don't need a lot of expensive equipment. We have everything we already need. If we're going to do a voiceover, a PowerPoint like I'm doing right now, we don't even need a videographer. We can take a recorded event and make it a live event by using a live introduction. We can use the existing equipment that we already have. We can take our vast library of reports and PowerPoints and basically convert them to very impactful presentations in a live format. And we can seamlessly insert videos, such as videos of our completed projects, PACE presentation, any number of on-site events that we have where we show before and after. The opportunities are limitless when it comes to merging a PowerPoint presentation and a very scripted video, and makes the presentation something that people can't or don't want to miss. But here's another beautiful part of this. We can take a perfected webinar that is 80% of a presentation and add 10% on one end and 10% on the other end, that would be an offer or a close, that's geared specifically towards various verticals, such as vendors. Your message to a vendor is going to be different than your message to a certified public accountant or to a banker. Same likewise with property owners. Property owners care about lowering their vacancy rates and improving their potential future sales, whereas vendors care about moving more product or closing on more projects. Business owners are concerned about their bottom line and not interfering with their cash flow. Contractors want to, again, land more projects. Communities. If a community is looking at PACE, they want to know the economic development potential of PACE. They're not necessarily looking at it the same way a vendor would. So we can take these unique messages and open with them and close with a offer that's geared specifically towards those various verticals, and have a totally unique presentation, even though the 80% in the middle is the generic information that everyone may need to know. So again, it allows us to dramatically leverage what we already have created. We don't have to reproduce the wheel every single time and for every single vertical. But here's where the system gets incredibly powerful. EverWebinar is a sister component of the WebinarJam platform. EverWebinar allows you to do what I did with you. I sent you an invitation to attend a webinar. You clicked on the link. The webinar was offered at various time slots, and you chose one of them. Once that happened, an automated system went into place that was highly personalized. You received emails from me that used your name, gave you specific information, and that will continue following this event. You'll get an offer for a replay, and that system kicks in automatically, and we do not have to touch it from that point on. It has what I just explained to you, that robust email platform pre and post webinar. It can send out as many emails as we want pre and as many emails as we want post. That greatly increases the odds of people attending our webinar because they'll get multiple touches that will build a relationship with them. We can offer them more information. We can get information with them by very simple polls, such as what's the most important thing you would like to look or learn from this webinar you're attending, and allows us to connect with them. The webinars, as you can see, appear live, even though I'm recording this several days before you're going to see it. But it appears to be a live event, especially when you registered. There was only certain time slots available. Far different than me sending you a link to a YouTube video, which you can watch at your leisure. This is a webinar platform, and it is presented as a webinar, not as a simple email or a link to a YouTube video. One of the most important things that I see with this EverWebinar platform is the ability for us to add information. So we can talk about PACE or our various technologies and embed links back to blog articles, reports, white papers, our website, videos, any number of things. It's incredibly robust in its ability to allow someone who's attempting to gather information to a high degree the opportunity to follow many different trails to get the information they want, and all trails lead to us. But here's the most important thing that I see as a benefit for EAG, is that it's working in the background. Once we set up this platform, and it does take some significant work to set it up and perfect it, which is why you are my test sample right now to get your feedback on the wording, misspellings, any errors that you saw in the emails, the presentation, etc. And once we perfect it, we can basically run it all the time and just mention it in future blog articles, news releases, joint venture emails with our partners. Basically, if you have one of our partners has a large sales force and they want to sell more products, we can give them the copy of an email that they can send to their people and send that webinar information out to their whole staff. Their staff can watch it and sign up for it just like you did. So it'll work in the background for us in many, many powerful ways. I'm going to ask for your help at this point as I wrap up. I see the WebinarJam and EverWebinar platform, which was introduced to us through Kurt Monhart and approved by Skyringline, as an incredibly winning combination for highlighting our thought leadership and the knowledge base of our organization. It takes what we are doing very well, our PACE presentations that we do throughout the state, and captures them so that we can leverage them and that it works full-time for us. I would like your feedback on what you're experiencing right now, not necessarily my exact message, but the whole platform. How was the sound? Was there too many emails pre or too many post? All that kind of information will be valuable for us as we move forward. My goal is to have an active EverWebinar product, quote unquote, available to a specific vertical that we would like to address in a matter of 3 to 4 weeks, so that this starts working for us in the background and builds our opportunities and leads that we can sift through and work forward on if it's appropriate for us. So, the way I see this platform is something we're just getting started with. If we all get on the same page, if we understand the potential of it, it's going to allow us to do some really great things, and I would ask for your feedback on this, and let's see how we can make this really do some great things for us. That's it. Please send me an email, reply to the follow-up emails, and let's see what we can do with this powerful platform. Thanks so much for your time.